You are watching a weekly CFD overview of global financial markets. The dollar remained close to 1.5-month highs on Tuesday amid growing expectations for a December rate hike and the US tax reform plan before the end of the year. The Trump administration outlined long-awaited plans for an overhaul of the US tax code last week, which was cheerfully received by the stock market as shares continued to rally. The euro was on a downward path against the dollar last week. The Catalans voted for independence in a contested referendum on Sunday that ended in violence when police cracked down on a polling booth, injuring hundreds of people. This pushed the euro lower, but it was little changed since then and traded at $1.1764 Tuesday afternoon. The British pound was also down 1.4% after a set of bad economic data last week showed that the UK economy is losing momentum. Uncertainty over the path to Brexit was also a factor in the slowdown. The Australian dollar was lower after the country's central bank held rates steady as expected and warned that a stronger Australian dollar would weigh on growth and inflation. The Japanese yen slightly weakened last week. USD Japanese yen should tend to be negatively correlated with polling results for the Party of Hope, which is gaining interest in the run-up to the October 22nd general election, at least until the party's views on monetary policy becomes clearer. The Bitcoin price was boosted following reports that Switzerland will allow investment bank Leonteq to trade Bitcoin in the Swiss stock exchange, hitting on Monday its highest level in 5 weeks. Ethereum, the second biggest cryptocurrency by market capitalization, was mainly flat last week. Gold prices edged lower around 2% as hopes for a US rate hike and the US tax reform before the end of the year continued to support demand for the dollar. Gold is sensitive to moves higher in both US rates and the dollar. Crude oil prices settled lower amid signs of an uptick in crude output as data showed OPEC oil output rose last month. Additionally, speculators took profits on some large positions that have built up in the last couple of weeks, while US drilling activity added 4 more rigs, Baker Hughes data showed on Friday. Non-US oil producers are concerned the price rise will steer the American shale producers into more drilling and push prices lower again. You were watching a weekly CFD overview of global financial markets.